Peace to the collective. Welcome to your Tarotscope for the week of March 30th, 2026. I'm going to be pulling cards for every astrological sign. 2 cards for every astrological sign, what will be unfolding for the upcoming week. I'm also going to pull a card, a lesson card for the collective. Already flew out. For the collective. This is for all of us, a lesson that we're going to learn or take in for the week. So as you come in, breathe, ground, and let these messages land where they're supposed to land. All right, so for the collective, we have purpose. Purpose. That is our lesson for the week. Purpose. I know what I am here to do. All right. So we'll learn about that after the Tarotscope, but first we're going to start with, can you guess? Aries. All right, my Rams, we're going to start with us, of course. I'm not going to always start with us. I'm just going to start with us during our season. And to my fellow Rams, happy birthday. To my March Rams, and happy birthday to my Aries Rams, which will be coming up very soon. So Rams, we have the Knight of Wands, of course. Knight of Wands. We know how to make things happen. And just know this upcoming week, Aries, we are going to be making it happen. We are going to be whipping things into shape. All those dreams, all those aspirations, all those goals that we have been going for, they're coming in quick. Coming in quick for next week. Bottom of the deck, we have the star. Yes. So, you know how you wish on a star? We just have to have faith. Faith in everything that we've been wishing for, hoping for, praying for. This week, what we're not seeing is that we have to have faith. Yes, this Knight of Wands. We're moving. We're coming in. We're coming in strong and fast as we do as Rams. Yes? All of those goals coming in. All of our aspirations coming in. Plans made. Aspirations done. Desires already here. Just have faith, Aries. All right? Okay, my bulls. And by the way, I am reading from the Light Seers Tarot deck. The Light Seers Tarot deck. And I'm not taking reversals because we're going forward. We're springing forward. You're going forward unless, of course, the card flies out in reverse. Spirit says it's supposed to come out in reverse, then it'll come out in reverse. Okay, bulls. The Chariot. The Chariot. Steady as we go. Things are going to be moving next week. So things will be moving for Aries as well as Taurus. You're going to be moving too. A lot of times you like to sit and be very comfortable, but things are going to be moving, and you're just going to have to ride it out. Go with the ride. Steady as you go. Okay, take those reins and control. This week is going to be about you controlling everything that's coming in, because things will be coming in fast for you as well. You see how fast these horses are going, but you see him on the Chariot. Is that a he or a she? He. You see him steady, riding steady. Okay, bulls, Taurus. Bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck is death and rebirth. So something is going to be dying out for you this week, and something is going to be reborn. Okay, bulls? So, yes. Staying in control, moving steady, something dying out, that death, but something is being reborn this week. Okay? Gemini. Twin. What is unfolding for my twins this week? Strength. Okay. Yes. Okay, twin. You are going to need to tap into your strength this week. It may be rough for you, but when we talk about strength, we're talking about inner strength. You have it. You have it, Gemini. Okay, but this is going to be a week that you're going to need to be strong. Okay, bottom of the deck is the 5 of Cups. So, some disappointments coming in. That's what you're not seeing. Things that you may be disappointed about. Things that you may feel that you were missed out on. However, 5 of Cups, when it comes in, it means that, yes, you're disappointed about one thing, but you've got other opportunities that you're not seeing. So, bottom of the deck is what you're not seeing, and what you're not seeing is the 5 of Cups. But the opportunities that are, see, look, she's sitting, lamenting. She's got her cups in front of her, but they're empty. There's a cup right behind her that is so full. So full. So look, twin. Yes, these cups are empty. So you're being disappointed about all of this right here. And then this one is like you just letting it fall. Like, my cup is falling. But look at what you got behind you. See, that's your opportunity. Your opportunities are right here. Okay? So, what you're not seeing is you may feel a little disappointed about these cups. You got opportunities right there. Okay, twin? Remember that. Cancer. Okay, crabs. Let's see what we got. What do my crabs have to look forward to this week? Oh, I was about to say you too. No. Okay. I love this. King of Wands. King of Wands. So, look. Just being your natural born king, my kings. Okay, so you're going to be making things happen, but on a much higher level, apparently, than the Aries. All right, so yeah, leadership mode this week, Cancers. And let me tell you why I love this, because while I'm in Aries, my husband is a Cancer. So we're going to have a good week. Good week of making it happen. Guess what, Cancer? You had 2 cards that came out. You also have the 8 of Pentacles. So you're going to be working really hard this week. Working on your goals, working on your skills, and mastering everything that you do. Okay? And leading. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Pentacles. So this Knight is coming in slowly. All the Knights come in quick, like that Knight of Wands that we had, Aries. But the Knight of Pentacles comes in slowly. And it really means that you should be taking things slow. So Cancer, while you're in that King of Wands energy and you're whipping things up and leading at the same time, make sure that you don't go too quick. You know, don't do things you need to slow things down a little bit and think and ground. Pentacles are for grounding. So make sure that you're grounding as you lead, okay? And mastering your craft. All right. Leos. What do you have unfolding this week, Leos? Whoa. See, every time, Leos, all the cards, they're like, give me all the cards. Every time. You always gotta be extra. Just joking. Joking, Leos. I'm trying to be careful because they just want to fly out. Okay. 4 of Pentacles. So you may be holding on to something a little tight this week, being tight with your coins. But that's going to be the energy. You can loosen your grip. So it could be your coins. It could be a person. It could be something else that you're holding on to, Leo. But the divine is telling you that whatever you're holding on so tight to this week, you can loosen up, loosen your grip. You can loosen it up a little bit, okay, Leo? Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Cups. This is what you're not seeing, Leo. Your Knight of Shining Armor is coming in, okay? What you're not seeing is that this would be a good week to let someone know how you feel about them. Okay, do it. Go for it. This is a night. Go for it. Okay, Leo? You could be holding on to your heart. Some of you. But it will be a good week for you to not hold on so tight. Okay? Virgo? Same with you with the Five of Cups. So you are disappointed about something, Virgo. And knowing you is probably something that you thought was supposed to come out right and it didn't come out exactly as planned. Because you want everything to be perfect. But again, same with you. There's opportunities behind you. Don't my finger was behind. Don't focus too much on these cups, okay? Focus on what you're not seeing. And speaking of what you're not seeing, bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups. Yeah, Queen of Cups. You're going to be in your Queen of Cups energy this week. You may not be seeing it with this Five of Cups, but you're in it, okay? It's there. So, tap into your emotional intelligence this week, Virgo, okay? Tap into, you're so intelligent, but for this week, you're going to tap into your emotional intelligence and not worry about these cups, these disappointments, because you have opportunities right behind you. All you got to do is turn around, okay? Libra. Okay, Libra, we have the Hierophant. So you may need to do some spiritual you may need to do some spiritual work this week, Libras. Okay? If things weren't working for you the way that you expected, the way that you think things should be working for you, go back to your traditional way. Do things in the customary way, the way you just go back and think about, well, when I did this before, what did you customarily do? And then pray on it. What worked for you before? What were there anything ritualistic that you did that helped you before, Libra? But it's going to be a need for you to do some spiritual work this week. Okay, bottom of the deck is the Hermit. Yeah. So you're going to kind of go within, pull your energy back, do some spiritual work on you this week. Okay? That's what you need to do this week, Libra. Okay? Working on you, pulling your energy back from other people. Yeah. You kind of need to be in solitude this week. You need to be in solitude this week, Libra. Relax, replenish, recharge, and then come back out. Do some soul searching. Do some reflecting this week, Libra, okay? Scorpio. Two for you as well, Scorpio. Knight of Wands. See, is that what we had earlier? The Knight of Wands for Aries? And the King of Pentacles. Okay? So you're making things happen, as well as being in charge of your coins, really being financially set, feeling that you're financially set this week, Scorpio. So, you know, you like to be the protectors, and that energy of being able to protect and ground is going to be up for you this week. I'm not up for you. Is going to be the energy for the week. And you're going to be making things happen. You're going to be feeling inspired to move in your purpose this week. Okay? Bottom of the deck, King of Swords. So yeah, not only are you going to be financially set this week, but as well as you'll be communicative, really clear. Things are going to be really clear for you this week. Okay, Scorpio? That was on the bottom of the deck. So that's kind of like what you're not seeing, that, oh, my thoughts are clear. My money's right. I'm making things happen. Yes? All right. Sagittarians, what do we have for you? What is unfolding for my Sagittarians this week? You need to loosen your grip. Four of Pentacles. So when the cards come up several times, it could be the energy for the collective. It's the energy for a couple of us this week. I think it was the Leos that had the Four of Pentacles, but Sagittarius as well. And as well as Sag, you need to move away from something. You're moving towards something this week, okay? But before you move toward something, you got to let go of what you're moving away from and stop holding on so tightly to what you need to let go, okay? You're holding on tight to something. You need to let it go and move towards something what is actually for you, what is better for you. Okay, Sag? Right? Yeah. Okay. Capricorn. Go! Capricorn. And there we have it. Yeah, this must be the energy for the week, okay? You're holding on too tight. Holding on too tight this week. You got to let it go. You have to let go. This week, the energy for the week is letting go, okay? Especially for you, Capricorn, because what you're not seeing, this devil is coming in, that's being obsessive. So the energy, what you're not seeing is that you're obsessing over something, Capricorn, and it has to stop. Also speaks to addiction. So any kind of feelings of something that you know that is no good for you coming in this week, that's the energy that you're not seeing. Don't hold on to it. Let it go. Let it go, okay? Don't listen to, sometimes those temptations start whispering in your ear, Capricorn. Don't listen. You don't have to listen. Okay? I was told when the devil starts speaking to you, it's just suggestions. Okay? You don't have to listen. All right? But you'll know who it is because they're telling you to do something that you know that is no good for you. Okay? So Aquarius, you're going to be in your High Priestess energy this week. So, I always say, like pretty much every time I do a reading and I talk about my Aquarians, I always talk about how you vibrate on such a higher frequency than the rest of us. And this right here is proof. You're going to be in your Aquarius and Aquarii energy this week. You're going to be in your High Priestess energy. You are going to be extremely intuitive this week. Probably more so than usual. More so than you usually are. Okay? And bottom of the deck, what you're not seeing is this Nine of Swords. Something is going to be keeping you up at night. Something that has got you extremely anxious, Aquarius. For some of you, it's going to be giving you nightmares. It's just going to be difficult. So for some of you, it's going to be a different. Your nights may be difficult this week, Aquarius. You're going to be anxious about something. You're going to know what it is because you're in this High Priestess energy, but something's going to be keeping you up and anxious. So what we want to do for you, Aquarius, is like to not get out of that energy of fear. Okay, I'm wearing my red today, my root chakra energy. The root chakra brings you strength and courage, and that's what you're going to need this week, Aquarius. You see how she even, while she, I'm getting confirmation. So while she is in her Nine of Swords energy, she is wearing red root chakra for courage, for strength. Okay, so you're going to need to probably tap into your strength, get rid of these fears, and vibrate on this high frequency of the High Priestess. Okay, Aquarius? And last, but definitely not least, Pisces. What do my Pisces have to look forward to this week? Excuse me. Sorry about that. You're going to be pulling your energy back as well. Okay. Time for you to do some soul searching, Pisces. This is the Hermit. Time for you to do some soul searching, some self-reflecting. All right. And that's always good for you so that you can come out. When you come out of Hermit mode, you'll come out refreshed. You'll come out renewed, replenished. That's the energy for the week. So if you feel like you don't want to be around people this week, that's the energy, Pisces. You're supposed to go ahead and pull it back. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords, okay? When you do that, Pisces, everything's going to become clear, okay? You're going to get a big, huge clarity moment this week while you are in Hermit mode, okay? So it's, I'm getting confirmation again. So this is for definitely a Pisces, at least one Pisces that is out here watching this reading, okay? You're going to get a huge moment of clarity this week while you are in Hermit mode. But it's important for you to go into Hermit mode this week, meaning pulling your energy back. All right, so that is your reading. Let's go to the lesson. This lesson is for the collective, and the lesson is purpose. Okay, the lesson is purpose. I know what I am here to do. Purpose. I know what I am here to do. Purpose. Okay. Collective. You have chosen to reincarnate on Earth for one major goal: to express love in all that you do. The obstacles of this physical dimension can distract you from that goal, and it's easy to lose your way. Life on Earth is full of obligations and require your conscious attention, but that doesn't mean you can't infuse all of your decisions with caring and compassion. Your purpose in life is not your career. Rather, your career is guided by your purpose. What activities speak to your soul? What brings you joy? That is the direction your soul is calling you toward to best convey your own unique expression of love and make a contribution to the world. If you are not happy with your current circumstances, then that is your soul telling you that there is a better way to manifest your own distinct gifts. Listen to your intuition. It is your connection to spirit and the voice of your soul. Okay, the lesson is purpose. I know what I am here to do. And speaking of what I am here to do, tomorrow, my website, DAF Wellness Collective, will be launching. So for all of you who are seeing this, please go to my website, dafwellnesscollective.com. It will be live on Monday, March 31st. To let you know what I'm having going on this week. On Thursday, I will be teaching a 4-week series, Asa Fitness, at Kumbe. The address is 651 Art. It's going to be at the building is 651 Arts, 10 Lafayette in Brooklyn. So we have a new location. I'll be teaching at 7 p.m. at Kumbe, Asa Fitness. If you would like to get a private reading from me, you can go to my website, which will be live tomorrow. DAF Collective. Did I forget my website already? DAFWellnessCollective.com, and you can book a reading from there. All right, so the lesson is purpose this week. I am wishing you all much love, light, and aligned energy. And as always, may you be protective, guided, and divinely supported along your journey. Peace.